So let's take a look at how we can support our learners through using the iPad and still have them add text to the screen, but not in a way that might create a barrier for them in their learning. So the first thing we're going to look at is in settings. We're just going to make sure that we've turned enable dictation on. So I'm going to go into settings, make sure I've selected general here on the left, and then choose keyboard over here. When I go into this, you'll see there's lots of places in here where you can play around with the keyboards to make it more accessible to your learners and to play around with some different features. We're just going to make sure that in this instance, we've got enable dictation turned on. If I now go to a document and start a document, but also highlighting that this works across all areas of the device where I have the keyboard user interface in. If I go into this document, you'll see that my keyboard pops up when I start to type, but I'm not going to type directly onto the screen. As discussed, this might actually be a barrier. The slow speed of typing means that I'm not getting the information down onto the page. But I'm going to go and tap the dictation button, which is to the left of the spacebar. You'll also notice that when I'm doing this, it's going to underline any of the words that might need to be corrected. In this case, I don't have any, but you can imagine for that learner, if they had that fear of spelling, they might not use some of the words that they know how to say, but don't know how to spell. Now I'm going to go back into settings as well and just highlight another couple of things here. One, the text replacement section allows that student to be able to easily type in information, but in a shorter way so that they can have the exact words that they want, but they can type it quickly. That can be a really, really useful skill for older students if they're typing lots of information, but just want to take a shortcut to getting that information down. We can also add in alternative keyboards as well. You'll see here that I have English as my standard one, but we can also add in keyboards from different languages as well, which again allows access for those students to be able to use the device in a way that is personal to them. And when we talk about keyboards, as demonstrated, we still do have a physical keyboard on the device. So I can still type directly into this, and I have the added benefit of the predictive text above. Again, just that support mechanism to support that student in being able to spell something correctly if they can recognize the word. We're not saying that we shouldn't be teaching them how to spell, but if that is a barrier for them to be able to access some other areas of learning, then hopefully we can think about how we can minimize that barrier or remove that barrier altogether. And of course, you can always add in an external keyboard if you need to, if you really feel that need to have touch typing control.